On a beautiful Saturday, the 25th of October 2025, a day after independence. Yesterday we were celebrating 61 years of independence. Zambia turned 61 years of political independence. We greatly thank you, our forefathers who fought for the liberation struggle. Was not easy. From what I've learned, not that I was there, most of them lost their lives. May their wonderful souls continue to rest in peace. Most of them lost their lives while in their teens, in their youthful age. Remember that our first founding president, Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda, may he so rest in peace, was a youth the time he was assuming office as president. Not just that, but also the Kapwepwes, the Mungombas, the VJ, Venon Mwanga, who's by God's grace is still alive. One of the youngest diplomats ever recorded in Zambian history. So I'm taking a walk. It's a 10-kilometer walk. Actually, 14-kilometer walk. Yeah, it's 14 plus kilometers walk. Just to keep fit, to stay fit, to stay up to speed with my reality of being healthy. This is a long Kafue road. Yeah, the one of the busy roads we have in Zambia. But I'm actually now walking back. I've done about 10 kilometers. Yeah, I've done about 10 kilometers walking. I'm now walking back. I was supposed to do 14 going back home. But now I've only done 10. Just heading back. These are thoughts that came to my mind. I'm wearing a nice cape by Kwasu. Yeah, Kwasu Apartments owned by it's not a paid for advert. Yeah, but Jonathan is a good brother. He's a good friend. He's a good man who's really working hard to put things in order in his life and also in his business career. He's a very good IT personnel. Okay, Jonah, that's enough of an ad. Yeah, okay, great. So back to the issue at hand. I've just been having a conversation with myself as I've been taking these wonderful walks. Oh, that's a nice ride. The Mercedes-Benz SUV. Yeah, Peter Chapa, many hapa. So yeah, been trying to have conversations with myself, not just myself, but also with life. You know, many are times that we ask, we want to build wealth, yeah? We want to build wealth. Let me put, maybe I don't know if people can see my face. Let me do that for now. Yeah. So many a times that we want to build wealth. We want to be wealthy in our lifetime. You want to be a millionaire, trust me. I am going to be a millionaire in my lifetime. I am going to be one. Will I be a billionaire in my lifetime? The answer is no. Why? Because my children will be billionaires in their lifetime. Yes, my children. The Kasunga, the Ndususheni, the what? The Nkosho, the everything. I mean, those that God will bless us, if He was going to bless us with more, yeah. But they'll be billionaires. But I am not in a hurry. You understand? Many a times that we want to build wealth, we want to build capacity in ourselves, in our lives, but we suddenly become desperate. We suddenly become desperate to be wealthy. We become impatient in building something, in scaling up. We just want to do things, I don't know. But one most cardinal thing we don't need to forget is about being patient. You understand? That's how we have a lot of people. You are building wealth, you are in a hurry, you want to acquire what someone has acquired in 20 years, you want to acquire it in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years. Someone has worked to build something, to build a business, to build a corporation to build a consortium, to build family wealth, generational wealth. They have worked for it. They have worked on it for 40 years, 30 years, 50 years. You just want to achieve it in 5 years, in 2 years. That's not possible. That's not possible. You need to build something from scratch. And when you're building something from scratch, it needs patience. It needs you to be humble. It needs you to be focused. It needs you to suffer some losses. Currently, I'm building something, some wealth. I'm building something. I've incurred a lot of losses. But I'm not giving up on the dream, because I know where I want to be and where I am going to be. And where I want to be is where I want my family to be. That's why in the preamble I said I'm going to be a millionaire in my lifetime, and my kids will be billionaires in their lifetime. When I say I also mean myself and my wife, actually. Yeah, when I say my I, because yes, I'm a married man, happily married man, my beautiful mother. Mwah, I love you, my baby. I really do. So when I say I mean myself and my wife. You understand? So me and my wife, in our lifetime, we'll be millionaires. Take it or leave it. I don't care what the world thinks. I don't care how long it will take us to get there. But the issue is that we are building on something. We have given up certain pleasures of today. You know, it's funny that people would you're not wearing that new, the latest fashions and stuff, the fashion trends. There is a time in your lifetime when fashion trends don't have to matter. What has to matter is how you invest for tomorrow. That's what matters. So if you want to build that generational wealth, if you want to wake up one day, walk in the showroom and get the vehicle of your choice, Papa, you get your Range Rover, customary made. It needs you to sacrifice something. Of course, not your children. Not your children, not yourself, not even your lifetime. Your freedom. I've seen people sacrificing their freedom. You know, tabalala, they use others use witchcraft. Others don't use witchcraft. They use, excuse me. Hey, this walking is taking a toll of me. I've also not walked in a long time, so yeah, this one I'm putting back to keeping fit. The target is to run a lot of marathons next year. Yeah, starting next year I want to do a lot of marathons, a lot of hiking. I'll be running. This is so unscripted. My plan is to run for people with who are anemia. Who have anemia. Those who are anemic and suffer from sickle cell anemia. Even the MSME, those the micro, small and medium enterprises. I want to run for them next year. But most importantly, I want to run for those who suffer from sickle cell anemia and their families. Those struggling with grief, who don't know how to deal with it. I'll be running for you next year. So when you see me work out like this, I'm preparing this for you. You understand? Instead of me going to chill, I'm preparing myself for something, for a greater call, for a greater good. I'm sacrificing something. You understand? So next year I'll be running marathons. This is 5th October 2025. Oh yeah, it's 25th 10/25. It's 25/10/25 today. So you need to build something. If you want to build something which lasts beyond you, you need to be ready to be patient. Be patient. Be ready to be misunderstood. I've been misunderstood on several times. You know, I quit my job. Well, it was a good job. It was a good job. It was one of the biggest multinational companies, not in Zambia, but in the world. I had to say it quit. I was driving a very nice Hilux, double cab, 2020, that should have been 2021 or 2022 version. Yeah, model. But this is the catch. I was not driving my car. That was not my car. My car is my sweet Caroline. My sweet Caroline is my car. A CRV, Honda CRV, 1996 model. So I came down to the reality. So for me to get to where I want to be, I need to let go. Because I was in an environment, yes, it's a multinational company, but there was no room for growth. Growth was going to be delayed. You understand? So I had to sacrifice something. And I took the long road. Let me call it quits and start focus on running my own business. Grow myself, grow my brand, build something from scratch, know how it feels, fail some, so that I have that experience. And I went through that. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I've learned a lot. I became the CEO of my own business. I became the business director, business operations, business development and operations in a business that we were building with some friends. That helped me a lot to go into offices that I couldn't go before in my previous job, where I was even driving a double cab Hilux, you understand, with a fairly okay pay. But of course, my income went down. My income went down because there was a reduction in my income. We're not making the much money that I was getting earlier in my previous employers. But one thing which came was the growth. You understand? Right now, where I stand, I can never fail to build any business from scratch. From experience I gained from quitting a well-paying job with a good car to focusing on something which is mine. You understand? So, but if I was going to stick around in my comfort zone, where I was so sure that growth is not certain here, I was never going to grow. When you want to build something, my brother, my sister, my friend, you have to be ready to lose something. You have to be ready to lose something. You have to be ready to be misunderstood. My own parents were so against it. They were like, no, you cannot quit. You have got. Actually, by then, the time I was quitting, my second born child was less than a year old. That's my second born child, less than a year old. So you can imagine how crazy it was. How crazy it was. How am I going to take care of my family? We have not even we don't even own a house yet. Yet I have to call it quits. How is going to pay rent? But I believed in one thing. I trust my intuition. My intuition said it's time to go. I was losing my mind. I needed to be in a place which would accommodate my growth, even if it was going to be painful, even if I was going to be misunderstood, even if it's going to take a little bit of time. Be ready to be misunderstood and take time. Don't rush. One step at a time. Right now, where I stand, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who's going to watch this, I don't know how to give up. I don't know. You know, I recently, some few months ago, of course, while working on my other business, I joined in a different corporation. I joined them 2 weeks. 2 weeks in the job. Because of my experience, which I gained from from quitting the other job and pushing my own agenda, I could tell that this business, this route they are undertaking, they're going to fail. We are going to crash. So I quickly go up and tell my supervisor, this route we are taking, we're going to collapse. So we need to do A, B, C, D. I'm a new guy. I'm a new guy. But I'm coming up with things and changes that could transform the business. So they're looking at me like, oh, this is a new guy? What can you tell us? Nope, sir. No, sir. No, madam. It is because the experience is the best teacher. The experience that you get from any line of your life is the best teacher. Be ready to learn. Be ready to experience it. Be ready to live it. Don't just jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, where I stand. This is not about me, man. This is so unscripted, actually. It's not about me, but this is where I stand. Take me anywhere in the world. I'll build something from scratch. Right now, I'm working on something. It is gonna work. But guess what? It is not going to work tomorrow, but it will work over time. Do not sell your freedom for instant gratification. People are behind bars today, especially a lot of politicians, man. Not too long ago in Madagascar, the president has even been now barred. The former president, actually, sorry, has even been stopped, barred, banned. In the church setup, he has been excommunicated from the fellowship of the Madagascar, the Madagascar fellowship. Yep, the former president. This is the former president. He was doing absolutely wrong things to get to personal wealth. He has sold his freedom to part of his country, which is Madagascar. Yes, he's in France. He's a French national. But guess what? He's also a Madagascar national. So why sell your freedom? Guys, let's not sell our freedom. Let's not sell our freedom for anything. So when you build something with patience, I've been inspired. You know, the reason I was talking about this, the Kwasu apartment cape I'm wearing, I've learned a lot from Jonathan Ngoma. Wherever, I know I'll upload this on my YouTube channel. Wherever you are in the world, if you're visiting Chipata, Eastern Province of Zambia, Kwasu apartments, you can check them up online. I think it should be on booking.com or something, Airbnb or whatever. Yeah, just type in Kwasu apartments. They are beautiful, they are nice. But it took him over 6 years to build those beautiful apartments. One thing I've learned from Jonathan is patience. Patience, determination, being focused. Like, don't celebrate instant gratification that will make you lose your freedom. The guy can easily walk anywhere in the country on foot without worrying that wasani konkawakapokola. No. Why? Because that is wealth built over time with consistency. It was so impressive to learn that the guy, Jonathan, started doing his investments in his early 20s, you understand? In his 20s, he was already a landlord. So today, if you look at Kwasi, he's not yet 40 though. He actually turned 40 this year, I think, yeah. He turned 40, but he has some of the best apartments worth over $1 million. Yeah, he has worth over $1 million. But hey, it's built over time. That's something that's worked on over time. So please don't sell your freedom in the quest of being wealthy, being rich. I'm your one and only Enoch Waliankole, aka Enoch TPS. See you on the other side. Unscripted conversations about life, mostly when I'm taking a walk or a jog. We'll be doing this more. Alright, see you on the other side. And yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates better quality content, which is so raw and so real and so relatable. Let's catch up on the other side.